Element said the busy builder is now live, streaming miniatures.
Hello! Got a lot of light on my face. Oop, wrong one. How's everybody today?
Looks like first sight.
Hey Aries, how you doing? Thank you for the resub. I'm still tired. I went to bed early, slept okay, got up tired. And I didn't need that one yet. Oops. So one thing I noticed in the instructions is they have you mixing 80% black and 20% gold. Yeah, that's about what I feel like. But I look closer and it's not black and gold mix. It's a gold tone black carbon fiber. You really are tired. You're just mashing all the random buttons right now, aren't you? Yeah, I still feel groggy. Like, it feels like I didn't sleep either. So all these pieces for the front end here that I've got all get painted that same mix of black gold. I might... The exact same here. It rained almost all day yesterday, so now the grass is too wet today, but it's going to rain again this afternoon by the time it's dried out. So, yeah, it's 2 weeks now that I can't mow. Because I got like little electric mower. I don't have a nice big old gasifier mower.
RS_studio said same. Backyard looked like a jungle.
Yeah. So on the time off that you have to do it, it rains. Then while you're at work, it's always sunny. But by the time you get off work, even if you get off during the day, it rains again. Okay, let me temp assemble this.
Said it's supposed to be rainy all week.
Same here. Yeah, I'm gonna give this the carbon fiber treatment, but I'm gonna use bronze over black to hopefully give it that it looks like the carbon fiber has a gold tone to it, is all it is. Gold itself would be too bright, but I think bronze would do the work. Excuse me. There's going to be a couple pieces painted like that, so I'm going to get them all assembled together first, I think. And then hit them all at once. I mean, I know they give you these nice bright gold and silver decals to use for that, to put over on there. But all the pictures I've looked at of the real car on the track show nothing of the sort. It's just the gold tone carbon fiber, so I'm gonna go with that. Yep, I'm gonna go with my gut. Actually, what I could do is go through and get all the sub-assemblies together, because some are going to need, almost all of them are going to need black at one point. So I can get that down. Get the body together as far as it needs to be. Just everything I can, and then do that. And yes, I am having trouble focusing today. Really bad. So this will go on here.
RS_studio said I am thinking seeing it getting in the hot tub would make me feel better.
Just as long as it's not a toaster bath, then yeah.
RS_studio said lol.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a lot of the sub-assembly parts together that I can. Because there's other pieces that go on here that are all the same black gold fiber. No, that didn't work. I don't know if she'll make the diesel sound effect. You have to have just the right amount of R's for that. And it seems like this one cuts off after a certain length of something. Good God, could the sprue gates be any... Can't tell where the part ends and the nub begins. That looks about right. That's a lot of flash for this kind of kit. Yeah, but I gotta wait till payday to get some bases and stuff like that, so... Model building's gonna be kind of on the low side at the moment. I'd just like to finish something, but I haven't even been able to do that, and it's kind of getting to me. I just keep losing interest in subject hopping. Hopefully those things I ordered will help in some way with my ability to concentrate, because I'm just all over the place lately. Gotta be starting something, want to be starting. Yeah, they'll be here Wednesday. I don't want to take them till the following Saturday because regardless of which one I take, I don't know how I'm going to react to them. And I'd rather not have to risk not waking up for work the next day on time or something else, you know? I got both kinds, the regular and the special. But I know the rack outs are like the non-THC CBD, and they have melatonin added. And I already take melatonin, but I have to back it up with Tylenol PM. So, I don't know. I'm hoping the other ones help with the pain at night. So I'm not waking up to my elbows and knees hurting, even just laying there. Oh, they hurt from time to time, too. But that's normally what wakes me up, is something hurts, and then I have to wait for that to stop. And from what I've read, the active ingredient in the other type that I chose should help. Where's my tweezers? Same here. Spasms, Charlie horses. Like, I've actually waken up screaming from them. And they're to the point where Jen can actually see them, and she has to punch them. But she actually has to punch them to get the knot to loosen up enough for it to stop. For me, it's stopping it long enough to get an adequate amount of sleep, because there's times I'll wake up and just... I don't know, I'll feel like I am somewhere again and I'm not. It's hard to explain. Hopefully the chieftain will be here tomorrow. I guess I could work on the Bradley more. It's still just assembly and stuff. I don't feel like it right now, I hate to say. I think I've done too many military models back to back, so I need something to give me a break. My hands want to work right. Feels like I'm having a lot of little control issues today, isn't it? It feels like I'm remotely controlling my body from another room while I'm wearing gloves made of butter. So these all get painted in that carbon fiber mix. These don't. This I need to paint everything separately. Same with this. This can be put into here, and I can put the lower parts on and get the seam on that going. Yeah. Sorry, just trying to plan ahead on this for painting. And my desk is a little more cluttered than I'd like it. I really didn't pre-plan shit today. Just that. I'm just trying to see what all I can put together so I can fill seams on the body. So I will need this. These are okay for now. And I figure the easiest way to paint this would be to put it all together, paint it black since it's primarily black, and then there's a silver line that runs through here, and it'd be easiest just to mask off the black area, throw the aluminum on, or silver, whatever color, using the black as a primer as well, and then gloss coat it. But that way the silver color also looks better going down over the black paint. So that scoop. Saying this needs to go on to here, but I want to see what seams are going to be like on here just by dry fitting it first. Well, if you do work on something, what are you thinking of working on? I'd get that Event Horizon finished. But that's me. Fits in like that, but I think I need to get the side pieces on first. Okay. 23. Yep. Alrighty. Yeah, I need to get some lacquer thinner, a few different size wood bases, some different paints. Got a whole laundry list of stuff. Probably about $100 worth of shit, really. Be nice to be able to go do it tomorrow, but I gotta wait. I just don't have the fundage right now. I'm not worried about the front alignment here. I'm worried about the panel line. That way once I fill it, I can rescribe the line. But I also figure, what's the point of doing all the pre-sanding for the rest of the panel lines? Well, I'm not even working within the camera right now. Since I'll have to fill this, and then sand that, there's a line that travels all the way down there. Another one down there. What gets trapped in there? Is it this one? I think it is this one. But the main thing I'm trying to get away from is taking Tylenol at night. that all the way up in there. See if I can get a picture of that area. It doesn't help that it's painted black. There is a panel line, but it's directly underneath it. So what I'd have to do is fill that. Not very hard to do. And then fill this lower one, then rescribe that line right here for the nose cone. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. Okay. So how's Black and family been? I haven't seen them in chat in a while. On this one, the other piece goes on the outside. Gotcha. Yeah, you really can't type that well right now, can you? Can't glue this on just yet, even though I do need to. Can I fit the tub in there after the fact? Well, then turn off the screen and go lie down. If watching me is making you feel worse, don't watch me. Excuse me. Well, listening to me and staring at a screen probably aren't helping. I probably won't be on too long today anyway, just from how foggy my own head is right now. Yeah, I was going to see if I can get this in here afterward. If it weren't for the locating tabs, I could. But then I'd be worried about pushing it too far forward. So I might just have to glue this in, pre-paint it, glue it in, and then mask it off really well. Excuse me. Or knowing how it fits. Because it's also got me putting the glass in before anything, and that's a no-no. You know what? I can see that it fits flush there. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna make it fit our whims. There. Because now I should be able to glue this on, which will allow me to fill these seams up and get everything painted uniformly. Then if I can stop dropping that for 5 seconds, I should be able to slide it in. Is it really just that bulkhead down there that's keeping it from going? No, that bulkhead wasn't keeping it from going. But yeah, I'll be able to put that in after now. I could have left that. That's okay. But yeah. Because all this is black with silver through here. Then these get the carbon fibery stuff. What is this? There. I was gonna say, why is it doing that? I don't care how ugly this seam is, it's going to be getting filled and sanded anyway. And all this together will go on here once this is painted. While that is drying some, we'll get the intake put together and put in. It sounds like us old guys just aren't having a good day today, though. Stop slip sliding away. See. There is a seam line around it. Okay. Hit the wrong one. I may still run some Mr. Surfacer over that seam just to minimize it a bit. And I'm having to push up on it to get it to fit there. Now I see what some people were saying when they talked about the questionable fit on the model. There's nothing rightly wrong with it, but it's just very sloppy. It feels almost like old Games Workshop. Do I need to put this one in, or will it be hidden enough? It also gets the carbon fiber treatment. Let me check the fit, see how it is, and I'll decide what to do. I need to leave it off anyway so I can handle those seams. I think that natural seam line will be mostly acceptable. Wow, why is it? Maybe this kit wasn't such a good idea. Yeah, the hubs and stuff will straighten it out when I go to put it in. Yeah, the seam line isn't terrible. So we'll see how the Mr. Surfacer does. Probably won't get to sanding it till later. Might be able to work on the P51 some more here in a minute. Or the Jeep. Or the Bradley. I really haven't done anything else to any of those. I don't know, I just feel kind of lost today. No clear goal. Might have to come back to that with a little bit of putty. Let me get my thin surfacer.
Sidewinder B4 said BB. Send help.
Send help? You okay?
Sidewinder B4 said I just spunked 440 pounds on a model kit.
Oh, was that all? Well, it depends. What's the kit? And if you're talking a Tamiya full function RC tank, that's actually a pretty good steal.
Sidewinder B4 said I'm too poor for this hobby lol.
You still have yet to tell me what the kit is, though. But I was telling Aries the other day, if this turns out okay and I kind of like doing more F1 stuff, I'm going to have to turn to 3D printing if I want to do any more. Because, one, the kits just aren't available for the cars. Nobody's making them. Or, like in the case of Tamiya, once they hit the market, the scalpers get them, and they go up to, like... Well, you see, that's kind of your own fault there. You know, nobody told you had to buy the perfect grade Gundam at that much. When a real grade would have done, or even a master grade, you know. I know you're trying to get out of the high grade stuff. But I know Bandai plastic crack is some of the worst, too. But But yeah, if I want to do any of the more modern F1 stuff, it'll have to be 3D printed. Because the kits, for what they are not worth the money that's being asked. Like, if I had got this kit back in '05 when it was released, it probably would have been a 10-pound kit. I'd pay that all day. But what people are wanting for them now, forget it. And the problem is, like the FIFA games, once the year's gone, the game is no longer sold. So they have to sell you the next one. But the problem is, they're not making the next one for these. Well, Revell is, but it's a snap-together kit that's pre-painted and pre-colored. They're doing the orange one with the Google logos on the wheels. But I'll be right back. It's time for my first pause break, so I'll be back in just a minute.
City sleeps, but I'm wide awake. Clock keeps laughing at my fate. Streetlights flicker on my skin. Empty bottle crawling sin. Walls are closing, breath turns cold. Memories bite too sharp to hold. Whispers crawling up my spine. Counting scars that aren't mine. After midnight, monsters crawl, screaming, silence fills the walls. Shadows twisting in my head. Wish the darkness left me dead. After midnight, eyes go red. Broken voices in my bed. I can't run, I can't hide. All my demons stay inside. Windows rattle, nerves ignite. Wasted hours kill the light. Lips are bitten, thoughts decay. Pray for sleep, it slips away. Dreams are haunted, can't escape. Another promise I will make. Mirror shows a stranger's face. Lost in time, I can't erase. After midnight, monsters crawl, screaming, silence fills the walls. Shadows twisting in my head. Wish the darkness left me dead. After midnight, eyes go red. Broken voices in my bed. I can't run, I can't hide. All my demons stay inside. I'm not scared,
Alright, we're back. We have also come to a certain point in that build where I've got to stop anyway. I.e., I need to let shit dry. So, we'll get the 1/16th charger out. See if we maybe can't get this one step closer to finished. This off the desk. Sorry, getting reorganized again. And then here's how the 71 charger's coming along on stripping down. It still needs a lot of work. But I have an idea for the spark plug wires. I just need to see how they fit. I wanted that. Put that. Get the tail lights glued in place. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Come on, instructions. Really? Some of the best clear part cement I've found is the actual floor finish that people use to seal their decals. It dries nice and hard. It won't mar anything. And it's crystal clear. So you can be sloppy with it just to make sure you get it all over the part. But the fun part is making sure you got your part sitting right. You know. The problem is these lights never really fit right. Let me get this out of the way so I don't knock it over. I should have really taken more time to fix my desk up before I started today. Son of a bitch. Stop it. other issue is this part can't sit flat back against the back. It has to kind of be in a wedge like that. There. That's better. I need more room over here. Problem is, I can't change the titles without restarting the stream. At least I don't think I can.
Your eyes found me in the noise under flickering lights. You tried to blend with strangers, but already knew your fright. You walked faster down
There's the taillights.
behind in the dark.
We still need to paint the rear valence flat black as too.
Earthquaking's faces blurred.
And get the dashboard in.
Nature closing in. Shadows stretch along the wall. You know it's coming. You feel my skin.
So actually,
In my veins, I see your pulse. I know your name. You feel the chill. You sense my claim tonight. You'll pray. It's not a game. Your
I'm gonna do something else so this video doesn't get taken down too quickly.
makes you turn. You slip into the alley, but soon you'll learn. No luck, no shout, no speed in step can keep you out of sight. My shadow falls beside you. There's no more running tonight. Bloodlust rising in my veins. I see your pulse. I know your name. You feel the chill. You sense my pain.
There, that way I can freely work on the body without somebody getting offended.
We meet in silence. You freeze in fear. One bite, and you disappear. Bloodlust rising in my veins. I see your pulse. I know your name. You feel the chill. You sense my claim
I just hope this shit doesn't lift up the paint. 'Cause this paint's cured pretty well. It's been on there a good while. I made sure to prep the body as best I could, but knowing my luck, as soon as I take it off, blam. Which, that happens, well, I can't finish it. I can't replace the decals. And I'm not about to strip down the body. And this kit will never get re-released. So let me shoot this real quick before the tape has too much time to bond too well.
At the model student 20 said, "Hey, missed the beginning. Just waking up again."
It's alright. I worked on the F1 for a while. I got it to a point where it needs to set and dry anyway. So then I can start sanding things down, filling the seams better. Kind of feeling a little lost today anyway. Groggy. But I went to bed early last night, got up early today, hoping I wouldn't feel like this by this point, but you know what they say, wish in one hand.
Smiling face with hard eyes emoji, I wish. They're like $1,000
No, he paid 400, 500, yeah, almost 500 pounds, which is about the equivalent to that $1,000 Canadian price tag.
Student 20 said this time of year is
Okay.
before the starting line.
There we go. Good enough for me, anyway. Arnie, stop chewing on my headphone. God.
At the model student 20 said crazy. Wait for a Revell.
For a what? What is a daban? Or a daban? There's a reason I've got paper towel over the roof so I don't get banned. I don't even know if I'll be able to make a short of it.
The model student 20 said love that orangey
I
red.
already did one, but I think that just got lucky because I didn't really concentrate on the top. Well, the real car was actually painted a color known as Corvette Fire Red. Everybody says, no, it's Hemi Orange. No. It was actually found to have been Corvette Fire Red, which is an orangey red, kind of how like it appears on camera.
20 said the van are knockoff
Oh.
and I have to fight.
The thing is, the way TV cameras worked back then, the red as orange, like it looked orange on the camera. So when a lot of people make these cars, they don't make them to look like the real one in person. They make it to look like it did on screen.
I've seen a few symbols lately.
I'm just being safe. I've seen a few things lately too, and I've heard that they're easing up on copyright striking because people are abusing it, and they've found that it is actually not being used correctly. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things at work at YouTube HQ. But I'm more worried about the Twitch side, where there's a bit more septum ring theory users there that might take offense to it. Getting that off the chrome. There.
At the model student 20 said Budzik had his flame symbols on and it's still up.
Yeah. Like I said, it all depends on who finds you when. I'm not running that risk. But here's the 71 body.
Student 20 said risky business for sure.
This is molded in red. The owner that I bought it from painted it orange. So I've spent 2 weeks trying to strip it down carefully. Between soaking it and stuff. I need to get some lacquer thinner.
The model student 20 said Twitch is a freak factory.
You realize that went out over Twitch, right? This isn't just on YouTube. But we're going to do things like French in the handles, taillights, tuck the bumpers a bit better. This one's going to look a lot different. Alright. Where is my other clear part cement? There it is! Hiding behind my third pair of glasses. Okay.
At the model student 20 said love your Bushmaster.
That's what she said. Wait, what? Alright. Yeah, so my first copy of this kit and my first 72 Charger kit both disappeared on the way back from England. I never saw them after I left England. So that's another reason I'm being so protective? I don't know if that's the right word. But I'm trying to be real cautious with them and make them right. I may actually give the General Lee, son of a fuck, to the guy who rebuilt my engine. For my Camaro. See if that gets covered or not. Almost. I'll be able to touch that up with a brush. Okay. But this model is missing something. Not through fault of missing part, but they never tooled it up since this is meant to be a NASCAR kit originally. It was repurposed as the General Lee after this TV show came out. No fuel cap.
At the model student 20 said all car guys love the General.
There. Hopefully that doesn't mismatch with the one I painted on with the airbrush. We'll see. It does look nice though.
Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Ow. Fuck. Yeah, we'll leave the bumpers till last. Mainly because of all the flexing I've got to do. I don't want to pop them out. Same with the front valence. Let's get back to the engine. I've done all this. Haven't painted the battery yet. I am not organized today at all, so.
The model student 20 said the R1 won the poll easily.
Oh, I know. You finally understand what I meant about swash plates? It's the plate on the rotor assembly that controls roll and pitch. Basically, those little pedals, the plate can move like this, backward and forward, and those rods move the blades on the rotor, and it also angles the rotor. And as it does that, that's what controls it and allows it to move how it does. Just keep an eye. I don't know if it's something I messed up or if it is legit something wrong with the instructions. I thought I was following them right, but I had to put those plates in the opposite positions of where the instructions said to put them. They're slightly longer than each other. See, you learn something new every day from an idiot like me. They're just getting miscellaneous parts. Mike could build some headers.
The model student 20 said I circled that part so I don't forge it.
And I think there was something else that had them backwards, but I can't remember what exactly that is. So just Proceed with caution. Don't tell me I needed something that just fell off there. No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. Yeah, let's build some headers real quick. I had a good little punch on this kit last week and got quite a lot more than I thought done.
That's one of the things I like about modeling is all the stuff you tend to learn about stuff.
Oh, I learned about the swash plate from RC helicopters. And the yaw is controlled by the tail rotor. Alright, what else do we want to hear? Want something a little slower than usual. Let's see what this one does. I shouldn't say slower, but just more mellow. Probably won't be, but that's okay. Get these squared down here. Probably should have done this to the other one before I glued them together, but that's okay. I feel like building stuff.
The model student 20 said nice big parts on this kit.
Yes and no. There's a lot of small parts too. Like, here's the frame. The other charger's going to have a similar frame as well, but it has a better interior tub for the seats. It's actually got a rear seat and everything.
At the model student 20 said, oh wow, that looks dope.
I hate to say it though, if I feel like this tomorrow, I might not stream tomorrow. And I know I hate saying, hey, I'll be on these 2 days, and then I'm not, but I just want to rest too. And I know most of you guys understand, but it's everybody else out there with their expectations. I am getting some stuff that should help next week with that. I'm getting it Wednesday. I won't be able to take it till Saturday. Just some things to help me sleep through the night.
Model student 20 said I've been slogging along last few days as well, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
As much as I would like to glue these on here, which is where they go, I kind of don't want to do much more until after I get the rest of it built and ready to put into place. I can do a mock-up in the frame. I can do a mock-up in the frame to make sure I get the headers to the right spot. I don't have to line it up with mufflers or anything like that. I might even see if I've got some styrene tube that I could put some coat hanger in, warm it up, and turn it into a bit longer exhaust or something, because this, they've just got it ending. No other exhaust, and it's kind of not right. But let's get the rest of this built. We'll leave the oil pan off, we'll leave the valve covers off, but we'll try and get everything else on. Timing chain cover, I don't care if that gets painted orange. I never like chrome timing chain covers anyway. Chrome don't get you home. I'm definitely not myself today. I think a lot of it's because I'm waiting on a lot of stuff again. Okay, yeah, that touched up nicely. See? Let's get this over here so I don't get chrome dust all over it. And I don't accidentally knock something into it and screw up that wonderful paint job on there.
Student 20 said I prefer polished finishes as opposed to chrome.
Okay, get that over here. I especially don't like chrome in kits.
Still waiting for my Spitfire decal.
I'm still waiting for my Chieftain tank. I had to cancel the order and then order another one from Andy's Hobby headquarters. That was a whole fuckaroo on eBay. Or no. Yeah, it was eBay. But I got my money back, so that's alright. But I'd ordered from that company before on eBay, and I got the 432 from them. And I figured, okay, they're good. I'll buy the Challenger from, or the Chieftain from them. Nope. After 2 weeks, I had to message them to find out where my shit was, instead of them immediately responding back saying, oops, couldn't find it, here's your stuff back, sorry. So, but Andy's Hobby headquarters is good. Just It got transferred from UPS to USPS, so it won't be here till tomorrow. I really didn't feel like working on the Bradley today. We might get back to that tomorrow. I especially don't want to be foggy-headed while I'm working on the Bradley, you know. I haven't been able to do a lot of shorts because I'm not finishing anything to enough of a point that I can make a short. And it doesn't have to be like completely done, but like the Bradley, I'd like to have the interior fully finished before I post a short on that. You know? Okay, that's already glued on there. I might leave this separate while painting just so I can
The
do...
model student 20 said that's why I painted my Gundams, just something fun.
That way I can paint the alternator separate. Did they not give me radiator hoses in this kit? It just says use large tubing. I got a large tube for you, model. No, yeah, I might have to get creative to do the radiator hoses then. Because wire like this, so I need to find an old USB cord I'm not using. Because wire like this makes good 16 scale radiator hose. Because you can bend it and curve it where you need it and super glue it. I'm stripping this for other thin wires. Okay, there's the rear end. This mounts into here like that, kind of. Oh, there we go. I'm just trying to see what I got to do to mock up the headers properly. I knew I'd be having to rebuild that anyway. Okay. Alright, I don't want to glue that in just yet, but I need to tape that around to here so I can get the headers at the right angle so they come through here. Where did I put my tape? There it is. Yeah, just a lot of my stuff is waiting on other supplies, and I can't get those till I get paid. So, screw you. So it'll be next Monday at some point that I can get them. Unless I go and risk running to someplace on rush hour on a Saturday, which I could do after work. I'll consider it. Come on, tape. Do your job. I just need the hold to be temporary. Yeah, that's not doing that. Okay. Yeah, that ain't gonna work right for me there. Let's get you out of here. I know how you're supposed to sit. I just don't want to glue you on yet. As long as I can tuck him in there, we're good. Yeah. I'd like to be on tomorrow. Just we'll see how I feel. Weather's been changing a lot too, so that's also got me kind of bleh. We're expecting more rain tomorrow, and then by Thursday it's supposed to be snowing again.
At the model student 20 said more snow.
Oh, it can snow here up until June. So, I gotta let this set for a bit, because we got that one and that one sitting proud to get these two flush, which means they need to be trimmed back. But I want this to set for a little bit.
20 said, I think we are done, but never know.
Well, we're at a higher elevation, so you get a rainstorm here, and that can turn into a snowstorm. But my overall hope is I can turn that 72 charger into something that music like this would not sound odd coming out of. Okay. Those are going to have to work there. All right. So we got our water pump, carbonator, rear end, brake drums that I didn't need out right now, but I'll keep them handy. I had the Stratter out. Oh, that's in two pieces. That. Yeah, they give you these neat rocker arm assemblies if you wanted to have the valve covers off.
Student 20 asks, death proof, wasn't that a Dodge?
I think there was a Charger in it, but the car he built was a Nova. I could be wrong though. So, distributor will go on to here. Alright, so that can stay there. Yeah, the death proof car was a Nova. Looks like maybe a 74. But other cars were in it. There was a Mustang, some kind of Challenger. Yeah. It wasn't just that car. That was Kurt Russell's car, though. What's funny is I've never actually watched Death Proof. Mainly because I can't stand Quentin Tarantino.
At the model student 20 said I couldn't remember. I think I heard a new BSG series coming out.
Yeah. I don't think a new one's needed, but, you know. Instead of making new stories and doing new things, that's all people can do these days.
At the model student 20 said it's a brutal movie. Bone Tomahawk was worse.
No, just, the main thing I don't like about Tarantino's films, his characters never shut the fuck up. It's just a constant babble of dribble, which very little of it does any actual service to the story. Not gluing this on yet, just taking a look at her. Okay. And unfortunately, it is a Holly. Let me see something here. Here's the thing, though. I can print out Bo, Luke, and Daisy in scale. I found the files for him on, I think it was CG Trader. Just making sure I've got everything glued on so I can paint the the engine orange. Blah 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 blah.
At the model student 20 said somehow to me the general looks best airborne rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
That and Kit, right? Did the A-Team van ever have a jump? You couldn't have a cool show in the 80s without a cool car.
At the model student 20 said that up angle half tilt rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Trying to remember what color I used for the interior. I think it was cork brown. Because I still got to paint the dash.
At the model student 20 said it must have.
Or did I use wood? I think it was wood, actually. Yeah. So we got that. Let me get the orange out, get the engine painted. Like I said, sorry if I'm low energy today. Ow. It feels like everything's just out of whack just enough to get annoying. And that's if I can get this orange paint to spray properly. It's been giving me headaches too. Well, that's just it. I didn't film it. I'll just put a drop on the brush, test it on like the back of the seat or something. If it's not the same, I'll find the right one and paint it over. It's got a Holly on it, but wouldn't the right carburetor be a thermoquad? You just love doing that, don't you? I just hope with the stuff I've got coming on Wednesday, things kind of look up more for me. It's supposed to help with sleep and anxiety, concentration. I got a couple things coming, not just one miracle thing. I don't know if I want the engine show car clean or not. It does. It atomizes more and goes on better. Well, this is something I've been dealing with since I got out. Not for the same reasons other people I know, but we all have our own reasons. Most of it stems from not being able to shut the brain down. Ah! Come back here. Oh, I know. I need one thing I'll probably do tonight, and you guys can help if you want to check through all the different 3D printing sites. I need a hood scoop, but not a classic looking one. I need something that looks futuristic. I need something that looks sci-fi. And not like a shaker hood, but something that you would find on a supercharger. But not your classic 3-hole supercharger hood scoop intake thing. I might get the tires out for the 72. Find a way to kind of mock them up under the body and take some pictures to see how that looks, to kind of give myself something to go off of on those. Just trying to use up the last of the paint in here, since this stuff actually decided to spray decently for once. Surprised. You know, the one time I'm not using it on the front end loader that it was intended for. Okay. Empty. Well, that's just it. This stuff is to help shut my brain down. I don't know what that'll do for streams or model output or anything like that. I'm hoping that it allows me to concentrate on one thing at a time a bit more easily. Because I feel like lately I've been subject hopping more than Peter Rabbit. So you see that orange clump right there? That's the dried paint that gets on the inside of your cup. That is what can gunk up your airbrush when you think you've cleaned it right. So I flush it out a little bit, and then before I go putting more in, I just take a brush, run it around like that. Can you throw a link up in chat? You should be able to. I've allowed links. And are they free to download? And not everything on RenderHub is meant to be printed, I think. Like I said, you can try throwing a link up in chat. I don't know why it wouldn't work, but lately it's been stupid anyway.
At the model student 20 said didn't go through, I tried.
Weird.
At the model student 20 said book of neat stuff on there.
Yeah, without a link, it's going to be hard for me to find it, though. Where's my bespoke paint palette?
At the model student 20 said send it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, you should be allowed to post links. Okay. I very rarely go to Render Hub, that's why.
I just searched Hood Scoop on Render Hub.
Rarely as in never.
At the model student 20 said I've never been on there before.
Painting the transmission and bell housing gunmetal. I could have used steel, but I think that would make everything else disappear because Vallejo steel is a bit light. So it would cause everything to kind of disappear with the underside. My rear end subassembly is going to be gunmetal as well. And I'll probably do some light washes just to pop some details.
At the model
I'm not going to make it all
student 20
greasy.
said the Dodge Dart Hemi looks dope.
Which Dodge Dart Hemi? And did the Dart ever come with a Hemi? I had a 73, it had a 340 in it. Oh, now I'm getting hungry. The wife's cooking something upstairs.
At the model student 20 said on Render Hub.
I know there's probably some Dart bodies that were given Hemis for the drag strip, but I don't remember if the Dart came with a Hemi stock. I could be wrong, it probably did, but it didn't seem like the kind of platform you'd find it in.
At the model student 20 said there is some cool stuff on here.
Oh yeah. Render Hub, Cults, Thingiverse, CG Trader.
At the model student 20 said I can smell it. I have spaghetti sauce on wall.
I think she cooked some chicken patties. Now I want chicken patties. I gotta call her.
At the model student 20 said I've been on all those render hub is new to me.
What, Marmar? Yeah, you can yell at me all you want. Did you make a chicken patty? Well, do we have chicken patties? Can you make me a chicken patty with cheese, please?
At the model student 20 said
One.
chicken patties.
Because I can smell them all the way down here, and now it's got me hungry in the middle of the stream. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Alright. I'll let you go. Yep, love you. Bye. Anyway. Yep, now we're getting a breaded chicken patty sandwich with cheese. I'll probably end stream there too so I can get something to eat. If I can get the fog out of my head, I will do my best to try and come back on later tonight.
At the model student 20 said with cheese in it.
Cheese and Chick-fil-A barbecue sauce. Okay, those will be hidden, so I can hold it by that while I paint the rest of the diff and the axles. Part of me was half tempted to weather this to make it look
At the model
dirty,
student
you know.
20 said yum.
Well, I gotta have something to make up for the lack of a Tim Hortons around here, right? Granted, if it's anything like Starbucks, the coffee probably tastes burnt. There's that. Got an itch. But yeah, I think I'll stop stream for now. Let a little of this dry. Maybe slam some coffees.
Tim's has gone for a poop lately, not like it used to be at all, unfortunately.
Oh, from what I've seen, there's many reasons for that, but we'll keep that to ourselves. Yeah, gonna go have some lunch. Maybe get some more caffeine in me. Something. Try and get this fog out of my head. And we'll come back this afternoon, hopefully later on, and maybe at least try and get the wheels on this. I don't know if we'll get it finished, but we'll try and get the wheels on the frame and get it one step closer to final assembly. So, but thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Any of the new subs on YouTube that I haven't noticed, thank you for those. Anything on Twitch that didn't alert, thank you for that.
At the model
But
student
yeah,
20 said
I'm just
let's have a good
really foggy-headed right now, so